Labyrinth, what you got for us?
We stopped the Waking Flames' threat to Blackwood and saved Fargrave from the Incarnates. But many questions remain unanswered. Mehrunes Dagon is still a threat to your world, mortal, and there are things I still wish to learn. Will you aid me again?
What do you need, Labyrinth?
I want to resume our search for the fourth ambition. And we should track down the other ambitions, Sombrin and Kalia. They need to rejoin us before Mehrunes Dagon's lackeys find them. I also want to know why Dagon is interested in the Anchorite.
So, how do we proceed?
I sent for your wood elf friend, Evely Sharparrow. I
Evely.
asked her to comb through the Longhouse Emperor's documents to look for more clues as to the fourth ambition's hiding place. She should arrive shortly. Let us meet her in the Plaza of Portals.
All right, go meet Evely.
The window of opportunity closes quickly, mortal. Both for what I still wish to learn and for you to save your world. Mehrunes Dagon has been thwarted twice, but that will only make him more dangerous next time. Let us go meet up with the Wood Elf.
Want to give me a recap of what happened?
Do you seek praise? You have done as I asked and been compensated. That is the mortal custom, is it not? You want more?
Yep.
Very well. You helped me unravel the Longhouse Emperor's secrets in Blackwood, where we discovered 3 of the 4 ambitions.
Right, Sombrin, Destron, and Kali.
Yes, but Destron was killed during the battle with the Order of the Waking Flames High Priest. Still, we kept Sombrin and Kalia out of Mehrunes Dagon's hands. Now they wander the Deadlands with the Mysterium Xarxes, learning to control their powers.
Okay, and we also stopped another sect of cults from conquering Fargrave, right?
So you do remember. Yes, in that Oblivion realm, we learned about the Cataclysms and the process for creating incarnates before you destroyed the devices. And we met the Anchorite, heir to the Longhouse bloodline. Dagon seemed very interested in her.
So how do we find Sombrin?
No, but perhaps one of my contacts in Fargrave has heard whispers of powerful mortals hiding in the Deadlands. We will turn our attention to locating the ambitions after we talk to Evely and see what she has learned.
Okay. What do you hope Evely can turn up while searching the Longhouse documents then?
You and the Wood Elf uncovered many documents in the Imperial vaults. We barely had time to examine them before other tasks drew our attention. Maybe they will reveal the location or the identity of the fourth ambition. One can only hope.
Why are you still involved with this, Labyrinth? I know why. You're a sucker for a good mystery, aren't you?
My curiosity is not yet sated. There are still things I wish to know about Mehrunes Dagon's plans and the creation of the ambitions. I intend to learn these and other things. Since our goals align, why not continue to work together?
Sense.
Cracked acorns! This place is amazing! Hey, friend. Good to see you.
Hey, Evely.
This place is incredible! Investigator Vale never went to Oblivion in any of her stories, so I wasn't sure what to expect. I was nervous when Labyrinth said I had to use a portal to get here, but this is great! And you're here now, so it's even better.
Labyrinth said she asked you to look into the Longhouse Emperor's documents. Find anything, hopefully?
A lot of crazy talk about conquest, Mehrunes Dagon, and staining the world with the blood of their enemies, but nothing more about the ambitions. Ugh, it's so frustrating. I definitively could tell that Emperor Leovic had certain records destroyed.
We're not sure how to get the fourth ambition, if you can't find anything then.
Yeah, sorry. I know Labyrinth was counting on me to come up with some clue to follow. I thought I had a lead about one of their holdings, but I hit a dead end. It seems like the Longhouse Emperors took all the information with them to their graves.
What else have you been doing since you last saw each other?
Mostly helping out around Leowin, and I did a couple of small tasks for Governor Keshu, rounding up a few stray cultists, that sort of thing. Otherwise, it's been pretty quiet. Until Lyrinth contacted me, that is.
Did Lyra tell you what happened in Fargrave?
She gave me the highlights. Weird cataclysm devices, Sister Seldina, that evil Knockfrost guy. I'm sorry I wasn't there to help. I can't wait to meet the Anchorite, though. I always thought about getting a mask, like the Green Hood or the Scarlet Judge.
How did Lyra contact you?
She sent one of her creepy followers to bring me messages. That Rogatina woman. Letters mostly, but Lyrinth did stop by to give me final instructions on how to get to Fargrave. I got to use a portal key. That was exciting.
The Longhouse documents were no help, and I still haven't heard any word from my contacts. Our next chance can be found at the House of Whims.
The House of Whims? That sounds intriguing.
Oh no.
Meet me at the House of Whims. It's time to explore the Anchorite's memories.
It's time to go see Arax the Mutilator again.
The Muth-Nam monks use an ancient Daedric artifact to heal. How?
Dodo.
Anchorite, Mehrunes Dagon was particularly interested in you at Ardent Hope. We must examine your memories.
So you're the Anchorite, huh? Neat mask.
Thanks. I like your bow, too.
Let us begin. Mortal, use the memory vessel to capture fragments of the Anchorite's recollections as the ritual progresses.
I am not doing anything. Anything at all. Until I see Arax. Busy. Damn it.
So that's the Anchorite, huh? Neat mask. I hope she's all right with this. You better follow this Madam Whim's instructions and start the ritual.
Madam Whim?
Lyrinth asked me to help the Anchorite sort out her restored memories, so I devised this ritual. Take the memory vessel and we will begin. This is a delicate process and I make no promises. We may learn what Lyrinth wants, or we may not.
It doesn't sound too reassuring. Lyrinth?
Madam Whim has agreed to try to untangle the Anchorite's restored memories. Since we have no leads on the fourth ambition, or where to look for Sombren and Kalia, we must resort to this. Let us get on with it, mortal. Stop wasting time talking to me.
I'm gonna waste all the time that I want, because Arax is not here. Anchorite?
I know I agreed to take part in this ritual, but now I'm not so sure. Since my memories all came flooding back to me, I haven't been able to make sense of a fraction of them. I'm not sure what Madam Whim will find, or if it will actually help.
You want to call it off?
No, not at all. I just doubt we're going to turn up anything useful. I got 20 years of memories restored in a few seconds. It may take more than a single ritual to sift through them all. Besides, there may not be any that can actually help us.
Well, your father's the Longhouse Emperor, and your mother was a high-ranking cultist. Might be something.
Maybe. So far, though, I've had no luck making sense of all the memories. They still feel like they belong to somebody else, you know? Hey, have you noticed that Lyrinth is more serious than usual? A little more scary? Probably nothing, right?
Maybe. We still need to find out about Mehrunes Dagon. But how Mehrunes Dagon knows you, and why he's interested in you too, right?
Yeah. Strange doesn't even begin to cover how I felt when he addressed me directly at Ardent Hope. Well, go ahead and grab the memory vessel and let's get this started. Who knows? Maybe we'll get some answers after all.
Ornate ball used for collecting memory fragments. Alright.
Use the vessel to collect the memory fragments when they appear. I will use the Anchorite's amulet as a focus.
Is this supposed to hurt?
There, a memory fragment. Take it.
She is my blood. The legacy of the Longhouse Emperors flows through her veins.
Keep going. We're close.
Another memory fragment. Take it before it disperses.
You are a tool, nothing more. Fulfill your purpose, or you will be discarded.
No, please, make it stop.
You're hurting her! Stop! Stop this now!
Foolish mortals. You try my patience.
Arinth, relax. Arinth?
The Wood Elf had no right to stop the ritual. It was not her decision to make. Without any other lead, the Anchorite's memories were our best chance to determine Mehrunes Dagon's plans. Now we have nothing.
He still had the memory vessel. Manwin can also make sense of some of the memories you gathered, right? And if you kill the Anchorite, you got nothing either way. So, yeah.
You seek to quell my anger by suggesting we may still salvage something from this debacle. Very well. Show the memory vessel to Madam Wim. Let her tell us what it contains before I take my leave.
Where are you going?
We have no clue as to how to find the last ambition. The ritual was halted before it could fully sort the Anchorite's memories. Only one other avenue remains open. Sombrin and Kalia. The likelihood that I can locate them is slim, but I must try.
Bothering you?
Do I seem tense? Well, you and Evely seem oddly calm for creatures whose very plane of existence is under threat. Do you enjoy it here in Fargrave? Shall this sandpit be your sanctuary once Mehrunes Dagon conquers your world? Go. Deal with Wim.
Angry for some reason.
I think I'm going to be sick. Everything is spinning.
What did you see?
Images, snatches of memory. But it all happened too fast. Like a leaf caught in a river during a storm. Everything was rushing by. It was so violent. Ask Madam Wim if she can make any sense out of what you captured in the memory vessel.
That went too far. Did they really need to torture the Anchorite to get answers? There has to be another way.
Is that why you stopped it?
I won't stand by and watch someone suffer like that. Madam Wim and Lyrinth seemed fine with it, of course. Maybe it's a mortal thing. Or just a me thing. Either way, Lyrinth looks like she wants to tear my head off. But I don't regret it.
Why do you think Lyrinth is so upset?
I'm not sure. She's acting strange. Something's going on with her. Why does she care so much about Mehrunes Dagon and the ambitions anyway? It has to be more than just her Daedric curiosity, because she sure doesn't care what happens to Nern.
Madam Wim?
The Anchorite's memories are too scattered, unfocused. She has not yet come to grips with the fact that these newly restored memories belong to her. Let me see the memory vessel. Perhaps we were able to gather something useful after all.
Here's the vessel.
Ah, this is a very early memory. The Anchorite as a babe, hearing her father's voice. I can use this, yes.
And the second one?
Another early memory, but this time her father's voice is cold, commanding. These fragments vibrate with emotional veracity, a signature of sorts. I can use that to scry the location of the Longhouse Emperor, or, more accurately, his soul.
Why do we care about the soul? Are we going to be talking to him?
If you find the Emperor, you can talk to him. Get the information you need, directly from Morakar himself. I sense he is imprisoned in the Deadlands, in the Brandfire Reformatory.
What?
Take the Anchorite's amulet. It will lead you to the Emperor's soul.
How would the amulet lead me to his soul?
As I understand it, the amulet was a gift from father to daughter. Its connection to Morakar is strong. Use it in the Reformatory and it will lead you to him. However, what state his soul will be in after decades of torture, I do not know.
It's my amulet and my memories, so I'm going with you.
Very well. Take the anchorite and explore this memory. See where it leads. Meanwhile, I will begin the hunt for Sombren and Kalia.
You shouldn't go alone, Lyrinth. I'll join you.
How distrustful, Evely. Fine. Mortal, we will find you when we have word.
Trustful. Trying to help you.
I'll meet you at the Brandfire Reformatory. I want to see this memory or lost soul or whatever it is when we find it.
Use the portal to the burn in the nearby plaza. That will take you to the Deadlands and close to the Brandfire Reformatory. Once inside, use the amulet to summon the lingering emotional signatures from the memory fragments to lead you to Morikar.
Right?
This is it. A wisp. Let's follow it.
God damn it. Every time we're with her, we can't sneak.
I wonder how many souls are trapped in this place.
Oh, the subquest? Yeah.
I don't think this is what the Longhouse Emperors expected when they made their bargain with Mehrunes Dagon. A hidden door. I think we need to go in there.
Forge of the Unyielding.
That looks like some sort of forge. I wonder if it still works.
I'm still wondering why they would imprison one of the Longhouse Emperors here. Journal from Devastator Kashi. The inevitable forge. Mehrunes Dagon smelts his war machines here. It is a place that smells of fire, brimstone, and agony. The forge is cold, but it still echoes with the memories of the great flames that once burned here. Lord Dagon's power reverberates in these walls. His essence hums beneath the stone. I wish to unlock the secrets of this place. The Forge Master seems long gone. There's no kind of instruction on how these great tools worked. So I must piece them together for myself to learn anything. I record my findings in this journal. There's a small object spread about in the disarray. Or small objects spread out in disarray. I believe them. They are lucents, but I do not know their purpose. They are mostly inert, though it seems that they are once writhing with power. Scattered around this place in various discharge labrums with deep impressions in them. I've read about a great deal about how the discharge labrums are integral to daily rewards. It looks like the lucents may still fit inside. Could that be how they're imbued with power? The furnace seems to be, the furnace itself needs to run energy to run. Quite a good amount of it too. Could lucents be the key? Well, we must endeavor to find out.
Did you hear that? It sounded like it came from the furnace. The furnace door is sealed tight. Why would my amulet lead us here?
Open the door. Your Emperor commands it.
The same voice from my memory. Emperor Morikar. There's a discharge labrum there. We need to find and charge some lucents.
Are we sure we want to let him out?
I think we can open the furnace door by using lucents. I want to see what's inside. See if that voice really belongs to Emperor Morikar. It certainly sounded like the voice from my memory. Let's find some lucents and figure out how this works.
Sure.
I think we can open the furnace door.
Thing, put it in.
opened. All I see is a chunk of slag.
Those look like people.
Release us. Obey your emperor.
There's no doubt about it. The voice came out of that chunk of slag. And it sounds just like Emperor Morikar's voice from my memory. He wants us to free him. Do you think we should?
Well, we came to find the soul of the longest emperors. Any thoughts on how we're supposed to set them free?
You've seen this place. It's all about torture. I think they fused the souls of the emperors into that chunk of metal. Seems like a fitting punishment for anyone who incurred Mehrunes Dagon's wrath. But we need to free them to talk to them.
How did Malakar induce his rage, though? Like, he still did his job, right? All right. Any ideas how we accomplish that?
We need to ignite the furnace to melt the slag. I spotted 2 more discharge labrums. If we take that charge loosened and stick it in one, that might get us halfway there. We'll need to find a second lucent, though.
All right.
There are 2 other discharge labrums. If we can find another lucent... Look, up there! A lucent! Place the charge lucent in that discharge labrum by the wall.
I'm already ahead of you.
Over here, there's a dynamis font. Let's charge that lucent. That worked! The lucent is charged. Now place it in one of the discharge labrums.
That one, thank you. Place that one there.
The furnace ignited. Good job.
Released at last. Who must we thank for our freedom?
3 emperors.
An eternity of agony. This was not what the Prince of Destruction promised. I did everything the Black Drake commanded. Everything the High Priest instructed. And I gave precise orders to my son. So why the torture? And why is the weapon here?
Malakar, we need to ask about your daughter.
Daughter? You mean the weapon? Why have you brought her here? You cannot let her fall into the hands of Mehrunes Dagon. He reneged on his promise to us. I see no reason to keep our part of the bargain now.
Weapon? What are you talking about?
You did not know? The girl is one of the 4 ambitions of Mehrunes Dagon.
Yep.
But she's not like the other 3. Oh, no. I made a few modifications of my own to the High Priest's ritual. She is not just an ambition. She is my contingency.
What do you mean, contingency?
An emperor never relies on a single strategy. We were promised power if we delivered the ambitions at the appointed time, but Daedric princes are not to be trusted. So I prepared Mairead as a weapon that could deal with Dagon, should the need arise.
Deal with Mehrunes Dagon, then. How?
My daughter, the 4th ambition. She's the key. Along with the other ambitions, she can call forth the power to banish Mehrunes Dagon. That was my contingency, in case the Prince of Destruction lied, and we needed to send him back to the Deadlands.
The Anchorite really is the 4th ambition, then?
The Anchorite? Is that what you call Mairead? Use her and the ambitions. Bring my vengeance to the prince who betrayed us. Go to the Isle of Joys, a retreat not far from here. All the details are there. Someone comes. My ambitions.
The other ambitions?
I'm an ambition? One of those people Lyrinth was talking about? How is that possible?
We are not property or playthings, Morkar.
Sombrin, no!
You are what we created you to be.
You wanted a weapon? Then taste my power.
God damn it, I didn't talk to the other ones.
Oh, Sombrin, why?
I talked to Leivik and the other ones there.
We better talk.
Lyrinth, are you happy now?
So, the anchorite is the fourth ambition. Interesting. However, my tolerance for mortal emotions has reached its limit. Who knows what I could have learned had I been allowed to question the emperors?
Me as well.
At least we have the surviving ambitions.
Oh well. Callie, how you doing?
I didn't think Sombrin was going to do something so dramatic. You have to forgive him. He's been very intense lately.
What do you mean intense?
I'm not sure how else to describe it. When we first arrived in the Deadlands, he insisted he could help me control my powers, that I could practice without fear of hurting anyone. But lately he's been different. Almost desperate.
What do you mean desperate then?
He spends most of his time reading that strange book, searching desperately for answers. He's obsessed with our power, trying so hard to understand it. But the more frustrated he gets, the more he pulls away. And now, this. I'm worried about him.
What was a strange book?
You must remember, the book Evely gave him, Lyrinth called it the Mysterium Xarxus. He's become obsessed with it. He's sure the answer to controlling our powers hides somewhere among its pages, and he pores over them at every opportunity.
You think the book's affecting him then?
Not in the same way. I don't think he's having dreams or anything. Sombrin's always been passionate, but since Destron died, his rage has been growing, and the frustration and desperation makes that rage harder, sharper. And what he just did...
Have you talked to Sombrin about this?
I've tried, but he wants to protect me. He doesn't want to burden me with the weight he's carrying. I think he needs to work this out for himself. I just hope he can do that soon, before he lets that rage and frustration destroy him.
Sombrin?
I fear we're running...
I almost decided not to accompany Lyrinth, but now I'm glad she insisted. How else would I have gotten the opportunity to punish the Longhouse Emperors for what they did to us? Finding the last ambition? That's just a welcome surprise.
Why'd you destroy the souls of the Emperors, though? We need to learn more from them. Come on.
I have no interest in more of their lies, and neither should you. I gave the Longhouse Emperors exactly what they wanted. My power. Besides, they'll reform in this place eventually. I just couldn't allow them to corrupt the last ambition.
What do you mean, corrupter?
Those men were evil when they were alive. Do you think an existence of torture in the Deadlands would change that? The last ambition needs to learn from Kalia and me. I sense that same power inside her that courses through us. We belong together.
Emperor Mordecai suggested there's a way to defeat Mehrunes Dagon using the ambitions, though.
A fantasy. We can't hope to stand against the Prince of Destruction. Look, I've learned a lot since last we spoke. Too much to explain and too little that you would understand. It's time for the ambitions to take our destiny in our own hands.
That's not a good way to think, though. That's guaranteed to end up bad. That's gonna blow up in your face. Emily?
I am not all right with what just happened. Lyrinth and I managed to find Sombrin and Kalia. We convinced them to come with us. But I had no idea he was going to explode those poor ghosts.
Those aren't poor
Did
ghosts.
I hear correctly? The anchorite is the last ambition?
Yeah, that's what Emperor Mordecai's spirit told us.
That's just... Did you have any idea?
Nope.
Well, I
Well,
guess that
kind
makes
of.
it easy enough. Now we know where all the ambitions are. Did you learn anything else before Sombrin blasted them into non-existence?
Mordecai said the Emperors had a contingency plan. You can learn more about it in the Isle of Joys.
Wait a moment. I know that name. Remember Lyrinth had me comb through the Longhouse Emperor's documents? That name was listed as one of their hunting retreats. But I couldn't find any other information. Do you know where it is?
Mordecai said it was retreat was located not too far from Brandfire Reformatory.
That's why the map didn't make sense. It wasn't a map of Tamriel. It's the Deadlands. All right, my friend. Let's go see what we can find at the Isle of Joys. Mehrunes Dagon could move against us at any moment.
I need a moment to speak to everyone.
Sure. Let me know when you're ready to go.
That man, Sombrin, he seems familiar. But why did he destroy the Emperors? There was so much more I wanted to ask, especially of Morikar. I can't quite bring myself to call him father. But what Morikar said, is it true? Am I an ambition?
Seems to be that way. Maybe you should talk to Sombra and Callie about it.
Maybe. But familiar or not, they're still strangers. We came here for answers. And while I learned something, it feels like all I got was more questions.
Well, Uncle Morikar said that it was possible to use the ambitions to defeat Mehrunes, right? Dagon, right?
Right. Morikar said the answers were waiting at the Isle of Joys. I have no idea where that might be. Look, your friend Everly wants to talk to you, and I need a moment to think this through. But don't worry, I'm with you to the end. I promise.
Good.
So, the anchor...
All right, well, let's go, Everly.
Are you ready to go explore the Isle of Joys?
Let's go.
You're one of us, Anchorite, and ambition. Do you know what that means?
I don't know a lot of things, it seems.
I can answer your questions. Come with us, to a place meant only for ambitions. I'll show you.
No. We need to stay together.
I'm sorry, Lyrinth. I need to do this.
Yeah, Lyrinth, I feel the same way.
That was a mistake that may cost us dearly. Mortals. Always so unpredictable. As annoying as that is, perhaps that's what keeps me so interested. You and Everly head to the Isle of Joys. See what you can find there. I will follow the Anchorite. I want to keep an eye on Sombrin.
Do you think this place, Sombrin, or do you know this place Sombrin was talking about?
No. And his erratic behavior worries me. Mortal minds were not meant to read the Mysterium, Xarxes. I'm wary about him separating the Anchorite from us as well. We're going to need her once you determine the nature of this contingency plan.
Seemed pretty angry with the Anchorite and decided to go with Sombrin.
My reaction is irrelevant. The Anchorite recently had her memories returned to her and has yet to make sense of them all. Now she discovers she's also an ambition of Mehrunes Dagon, and a tool of a father she didn't know. I understand her motivations.
So how are you going to follow him?
Have you not realized after all this time that I have my ways, little mortal? I found Sombrin and Kalia once. I can do so again. In the meantime, you and Everly should search the Isle of Joys. We must discover this plan that Emperor Morikar spoke of.
All right. Why do you still have a quest marker there?
Mortals. Always so unpredictable.
If I were the Anchorite, I'd want answers too. I still have a bad feeling about this, though. Something about Sombrin was off.
Yep.
I don't remember him being so quick to anger back in Blackwood.
Think we should go after him?
As much as I want to, no. Someone has to investigate the Isle of Joys. We should stick together and take care of that. The Anchorite, though, she'll be all right, right?
Anchorite can probably handle themselves.
Good to hear. I barely know her, so I wasn't sure. Besides, Kalia's with them. She'll keep Sombrin from doing anything too crazy, I'm sure. We just have to trust that the Anchorite knows what she's doing. Everything will be fine. Now let's go.
That sounds so ominous. So I'm going to guess that Sombrin probably goes evil. Callie tries to stop him. Anchorite has to be the person to step in and become the hero that we all need. Where is this Isle of Joy? Remember, folks, take your joy. Oh, right there, right? Yeah.
the island over there. This portal should get us across.
All right, let's go.
Look, Imperial ruins. This must be the Isle of Joys.
What happened here? Why is this a retreat? Were they? Oh, is this like a hunter retreat for
Documents
Daedra?
describe the Isle of Joys as a hunting retreat. They must have hunted Daedra. Me and the Longhouse Emperors had a very different idea of joy. Come on, let's search those ruins.
La la la. Partially hidden journal. It's vital to remember who exactly is, or who is exactly that we have made a deal with. Mehrunes Dagon is the Daedric prince, not a man. He does not subscribe to reason as we know it. While this pact must be beneficial now, we should not assume that it will always be so. It would be foolish of us not to ensure our protection should worse come to pass. Our research thus far has been frustrating, to say the least. Scouring the Deadlands for the answers, the phrase "a needle in a haystack" doesn't even encompass half the battle of my predecessors faced. But the Black Drake's effort have not been in vain. The answers are enigmatic. The powers within the ambition is old. It is a power so fundamental to Mehrunes Dagon that it should be inseparable. Think of it as a fragment of the Daedric Prince's name. But this phrase, this enigmatic, is so much more than a name. Anyone who utters the phrase will wield an incredible power over Dagon. They can banish him from Nirn. While I hope never to need to take advantage of it, the fact that we have it at our disposal gives me great comfort. It is too dangerous to keep it a secret, or keep the secret of. It is too dangerous to keep the secret of this advantage here. I'll move my record. I moved a record of the instructions to my daughter Mairead's vault in Blackwood. Should she ever have need of it in order to exact my revenge, or should she ever need it to exact my vengeance, she will have it at her disposal.
The Egonymic?
Egonymic. Egonymic, the word was.
A map. It looks like the inside of one of those doom vaults we found. Hang on to that.
Jewelry box, okay. Rune-etched ring.
That ring looks a lot like the Anchorite's amulet. I think we found everything. Let's figure out what this stuff tells us.
Okay.
All right, this was a productive trip. At least Emperor Morikar's ghost didn't lie about leaving stuff here. Let's review what we found.
This ring looks like it's a companion piece to the Anchorite's amulet.
Yeah, I noticed that straight away. Maybe they were part of a set, and this one was Emperor Morikar's? And look, it has some weird runes etched into the surface. It might be important. Hold on to it. What about that journal?
A journal mentions something called the Egonymic.
Let me see. Ego-Nimic as some sort of name? Says it has the power to banish Mehrunes Dagon. That's huge. But whatever we need to access it isn't here. It's in the Anchorite's vault. I still can't believe she's an ambition. What about that map?
It's definitely one of those Doom vaults. There's locations marked on the vault, inside the vault.
Didn't we explore all the vaults in Blackwood? Wait a moment. I did read about one other vault. Doom Vault Volpanaz. It was cracked open and ransacked during Varen's revolution, so I assumed any ambition inside it was long gone.
Yeah, I've been there.
Really? You explored another vault without me? You're trying to make me look bad. What did you find? Tell me there was something there that connects to all this.
I explored.
Did you get to search it all?
Yeah, I explored a good deal. See anything?
I guess if you'd found the key to a weapon that could banish Mehrunes Dagon in there, you would have told us about it.
Yeah, probably.
Well, we can't give up now. This is still worth looking into. Maybe this mark indicates a hidden portion of the vault that you didn't spot last time. We have to at least try. I'll meet you there.
Okay. So this is a new one that just opened up. Kind of weird that they just made this vault. Could be like me and getting a snack in a bit. But I want to see where this goes. I want to see. I need to see.
Good, you're here. Let's find the spot indicated on the map.
Good thing.
You brought the map of the vault with you from the Isle of Joys, right?
Nope.
Let's go to the location it specified. There has to be something there that can lead us to the Ego-Nimic.
I wonder if I did get my companion, if we wouldn't have, like, we would have had to done this quest first before we could actually do the main quest. If folks remember, this is where we got Miri, one of the new companions. She basically got pulled into a kind of a trap.
What happened to this place?
Kind of looks to be down here.
Look! Those runes are similar to the ones on the ring. There must be a connection. I knew that ring was important. All right, I guess we enter another portal.
Another portal. These are really bad living quarters.
Where it used to live? It looks like someone else has been here recently.
Oh boy. It's not toxic. Take a look at some of these entries here. Myriad's diary, entry 3. In messy childish handwriting, faded with time. The lady visited again. I don't like her. She's mean. Well, not mean, but she's very stern. I don't think she ever smiles. All she does is talk about the duty and my responsibility. I drew her a picture, and I don't even think she liked it. I've never seen any other children. Do all the children live in in places like this? Do they all have mothers who are kind and loving, like I read in books? Father who is brave and strong? The lady who visits seems cold to have children. I wonder why she comes to see me. I don't think she likes me. All she ever does is tell me what to do. I tried to hug her, but she pushed me away. My hands are still shaking. I can hardly write, but I need to get this down. I need it out of my hand. If I don't write it down, how will I know what really happened? How could I convince myself it wasn't just a nightmare? It all happened so quickly. Horrible, twisted-looking men tried to take me. They didn't say why. A few of them screamed a name I didn't recognize. Dalkinez Norkvaraz. I couldn't believe my eyes. They came in such force. The vault never held so many living things all at once. I felt as though the walls were trembling in sheer indignation at the noise and the strangeness of it all. Blood rushed to my ears. The twisted forces that invaded my home grabbed at my arms until I bruised, lashed out, kicked wildly. I screamed. Though I knew how futile it was even then. There would be no one to hear me. How many times have I screamed in this place, knowing the echo was only the answer I would receive? But just when I thought it had me, something inside me broke free. It cracked out like a whip inside my chest and tore out of me. I couldn't remember if I felt pain I felt the pain of... I can't remember if I felt pain or if I felt nothing at all. The sensation overwhelmed me entirely. I wanted to scream, but there's no air left in my lungs. For a moment, all I saw was light. The brightness washed over me and everything. It flooded every corner, chased every shadow, and then nothing. When I awoke, bodies littered the floor. The others were gone. Once again, I was alone. I don't know what's happening. I feel like something is about to change forever. Without Destron, everything feels strange. I know Callie misses him. Wait, the ambitions? I know Callie misses him, as I do as well. I thought about the three of us could handle anything. Three ambitions bonded by blood and power. Then Vendicia killed Destron and everything changed. All my research led us here. The secrets of the Deadlands opened up to me. And I know something within this vault that will help us understand Mirren's Dagon. It will help us understand ourselves. The answers I've been searching for are right in front of my eyes, but I can't see them. I managed to grant Callie and I the access to the Shin Chamber with my own power. But that's the limit of my ability. No matter what I try, the chest will not yield to me. I don't understand what kind of protection could have been in place that would resist the power of the ambitions. I scoured the books for answers, but there's only so much I can learn from it on my own. At least for now. It is a safe place to continue this research. I think Callie is restless. She wants to help, but she doesn't quite understand. It's partially my fault. I kept her out of the order to protect her. Or I kept her out of this in order to protect her. I began this journey to help her learn how to control her power. I never anticipated to learn so much about this on my own, or the strength of the ambitions as a whole. Is almost too much for me to sort out. I can't imagine trying to explain it to her. Not yet, at least. Not until I know it all. This book. Wait a minute, is this? This is the other guy. This is the other one that went off. That was like that's getting aggressive. Okay, I got it. I was thinking this was the anchorite for a minute. It isn't. This book, I know it has all the answers I could ever hope for, but reading through it feels like trudging through wet sand. It resists me at every turn. Just when I think I've discovered the truth, it ebbs away and grows murky. Join me or die. Mehrunes Dagon made it clear what happens or what will come to pass if we do not find a way to stop him. But to do that, we must understand ourselves. We must master our power. That is the only way to go forward. This grand, unfathomable power that rests inside us is the key. It will unlock everything. We just need more time. More time.
That's Sombrin's diary.
Yeah.
I guess he and Kalia spent some time here. Did he write down anything that can help us?
Sombrin was here the entire fucking time and didn't tell us.
So Sombrin and Kalia came here at some point, after they left us and went to the Deadlands? I wonder what they were looking for. So, anything good in Sombrin's diary?
Yeah, he's a jerk. Also, Sombrin used his power to access the hidden chamber, but couldn't open the chest.
He's not on the same level as the writer of the Investigator Vale stories, but his writing isn't bad. Interesting. Does he know about the Ego-Nimic? It doesn't seem like it. He just says he thinks something important is inside that chest.
He couldn't open it, how can we?
Hey now, positive thoughts. Let's examine the chest. Maybe the ring will help. It got us into this hidden chamber. Who knows what else it can do?
Alright.
This enchantment looks powerful. Hey, there's an indentation on the lock. See if the ring fits in there.
Strange Daedric relic.
Did Indania really rise from the dead? That's
What?
unusual. I have absolutely no idea what that is.
Hi.
Mortals, we have a problem. That fool ambition. He will ruin everything. You both need to come with me. Sombrin has turned to Mehrunes Dagon, and he plans to take Kalia and the Anchorite with him. We must stop him.
What do you mean Sombrin's turned to Mehrunes Dagon?
How clear must I make it, little mortal? He has Kalia and the Anchorite and is attempting to force them to go with him. He plans to present them all to the Prince of Destruction. We must get to an Ilarch summit and stop him.
Alright, go to the summit.
When I left to retrieve you, Sombrin was attempting to wrestle power from each of the other ambitions and take it for himself. He will turn that power over to Mehrunes Dagon unless we intervene. Quickly, through the portal. There is no time to waste.
Portals! I think I'm finally getting used to them. Let's go.
Me first? Alright. Let's go.
The properties of this accursed mountain play havoc with my magic. Better if you make your own way from here.
Oh, wait, no, this way?
Over here, mortal. Sombrin took Kalia and the Anchorite through that door.
Ambition's End. That's not a good name.
Stop! This is insane! We're not coming with you.
Damn it, they found us. This is not your concern. Only Mehrunes Dagon can teach us, help us control our powers. It's all in his book. But I can't let you interfere. Destron, deal with them.
Destron? Sombrin, what have you done?
I must obey.
Destron,
You will not
come
pass.
forth. Let my memory
You let me
destroy
die.
them.
I won't let that happen to Kalia. Sombrin will save us. Kalia, I'm sorry.
I'm doing what's necessary, Kalia. For all of us. Your power is better off in my hands.
Sombrin, leave her alone!
Kalia, you still living? Nope. She killed him. Or he killed her. Oh, maybe not.
Sombrin didn't expect you to fight back, Anchorite. Well done.
What did I just do?
We should go too. I will summon a portal to take us to Fargrave. We should not remain here. I opened a portal to Fargrave. Let us meet there to discuss what we should do next.
What did Sombrin do to Callie? Or is that really Destron?
Sombrin stole Kalia's powers. The Anchorite stopped him from taking hers as well, but it has become clear that Sombrin is now our enemy. As for Destron, I'm not sure. Was it his spirit, or just a manifested memory? We should discuss this elsewhere.
We're going to Khajiit capital. Callie?
My powers. They're gone. Sombrin, he ripped them away from me. And he used Destron to hurt us. How could he do that? Oh, Sombrin. What have you become?
You strong enough to reach the portal?
Yes, I can make it. I'll crawl if I have to. I want to get as far from this place as possible.
Heavily.
We should return to Fargrave. This place, I don't like it. And Kalia and the Anchorite, we need to get them out of here.
What about you?
What do you think? Sombrin betrayed us. He made poor Destron fight you, and he took Kalia's powers. I can't believe he did this. And I can't believe we didn't stop him. Let's just go. I want to make sure Kalia and the Anchorite are safe.
Anchorite?
I didn't know I could do that. Open a portal out of thin air. I just couldn't let Sombrin keep hurting Kalia. Well, I guess that proves it. I really am an ambition, whatever that is.
Where did you send Sombrin?
I'm not sure. I just shoved him somewhere, away. Come on, let's get out of this place. Lyran's portal looks extremely inviting right about now.
All right, let's go.
Kalia and the Anchorite will be safe here. Come, little mortal. Let's talk.
Callie, you feeling better?
It feels wrong. Like part of me is missing. What did he take from me? Oh, Sombrin. How could you?
Really take your powers?
I think so. He said we weren't worthy of them. When I said I wouldn't go with him, he got so angry. Like I was the one betraying him. I don't think he wanted to hurt me. He kept saying he was doing this to protect me. But he's so angry. So obsessed.
Is that really Destron?
How could it have been? Destron's dead. We both saw what happened to him. But even creating a copy, that was too cruel. I've already lost Destron once. I didn't need to see that again. And now I've lost Sombrin. I just feel empty. I want to apologize. I never should have went with Sombrin and Kalia. Never put all of us in that situation. I just wanted answers, you know? What happened at the end? I still can't believe I did that.
What exactly did you do, anyways?
I thought we could trust Sombrin, but he was hurting Kalia. I had to make him stop, so I sent him away. Getting these powers, it feels just like when my memories returned. I know they're mine, but they're not familiar.
What happened when we arrived? What happened before we arrived?
Sombrin wasn't making any sense. He kept trying to convince us to go with him. He's obsessed with the power, and he thinks Mehrunes Dagon is the only one who can help us learn how to use it. He kept quoting passages from that damn book.
You mean the Mysterium Xerxes?
Is that what it's called? He keeps it close, never lets it go. He thinks the answers are in there and with Mehrunes Dagon. Near the end, Sombrin decided to just take our powers. I was too slow to stop him. Poor Kalia.
Heavily.
I thought Sombrin was our friend.
Nope.
I can't believe he would do something like this. How could he turn to Mehrunes Dagon? How could he betray us? I'm so mad I can barely see straight.
A bit of a dick, so yeah, it happens. Aerith?
I did not expect Sombrin to turn against us, or for him to try to take the power of the remaining ambitions. He now possesses the power of Destron and Kalia as well as his own. If he hands that power to Dagon, neither of us will like the results.
What do you suggest?
I am still considering our options. At least we have the Anchorite, and she still has her powers. That is enough for now. You did well, mortal. Against all odds, you continue to prevail. Take this with my gratitude and prepare for what comes next. Mortal, a word.
Vast ambition.